Hi everyone, welcome to another mat class with me. Grab your mat and some water and let's get started. All right, let's start with our warm-up. Let's start on hands and knees, so making sure your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders as much as possible. All right, let's start with our cat-cow. So pushing into the hands and the shins and rounding the spine, and then pushing into the hands, head comes up, and tailbone goes back. Good. Pushing in, and then coming back. Good. Trying not to hold your breath. Good. Couple more. And the last one. Beautiful. Come back to that neutral alignment where you have a little divot in your lower back. Good. Take one hand, doesn't matter which one, glide it out, and eyes follow, and turn from the spine, and then bring that hand back down. Good. Glide the other hand out. So glide it out to the side. Turn from the mid-back. Your hips are not turning. Your range on this might be very little depending on your mobility in your mid-spine. Good. And turn. Belly is pulled in. Good. One more on each side. And last one. Remember, don't lock the elbows. Good, and bring that back down. Good, staying in this quad position. Find your neutral again. Have a nice spread in your fingers. Good. All right, belly's pulled in. Lift one arm to the side. Good, just to hip height, and bring it back down. Good, other side. Bring it up to hip height and back down. Good. Right away, feeling those abdominals activate. And back down. Good. And back down. Starting to get a little warm. And other side, last one. And then coming back down. All right, good. Let's warm up those hips. Okay, so you can bring one foot up, bend the knee, flex the foot, and just think about warming up your hips. So bring your knee out, around, and down. Good. We do a lot of these in our warm-up just to get our hips warmed up. Trying not to lean on one side and keep those elbows slightly bent. Good, and circle the other direction. Bring the knee into the chest, out to the side, back down around. Remember that foot is flexed. Last one. Good, bring that knee down, other side. Good, bring the foot up, bend the knee, flex the foot, bring the leg out, and down, around, and back up. Good. My right side is so much easier than my other side. Good. And other direction. Bring it into the chest and out. Good, and you don't need to make these movements big. They can be as small as you want them to be. Good, and come back in. Good. Let's go into our kneeling squats. So take your hands behind your head. You can lace your fingers, or you can just place your hand one on top of each other. Widen your stance so your knees are hip distance apart. Good, and then come up into your kneeling, and then sit back down. Good. If you have any knee problems, maybe you don't want, this position isn't great for you, you can just do standing squats, or you can just sit this one out. We're only doing a few. Good, and come back down. Remember, listen to your body. Good, keep the belly in. 2 more. Good, and last one. Good, all right. Coming back to the hands and knees. All right, let's do our quad arm leg reach, starting keeping our limbs on the mat. Opposite arm, opposite leg goes back. Good, belly's pulled in. Good, think about square hips here. Your hips are not turning out. They're pointing square to the mat. Good, and your head, you're looking down. Good, when you're ready, take that into a proper arm leg reach where you're reaching both limbs. Fingertips are long, bringing it back in. Good, reach and come back in. Reach. Good, and if this is too much lifting, just keep your limbs on the mat. Good, this takes balance, stability, strength, but it's an overall very good exercise. And come back. Good, all right. Make sure you have some room on your mat for our kneeling flow. Good. Come up to kneeling. Good, circle the arms. Let's go into our child's pose. Good, come up to cow position, tuck the toes, move into down dog. Come back into cow. Good, push yourself into child's pose and roll yourself up to kneeling. Good, circle the arms. Child's pose. Cow, down dog. Back to cow. Good, child's pose. And roll yourself up to kneeling. Let's do a few more. I will stay silent. Last one. And child's pose. Good. Forehead on mat, reaching nice and long with those arms. Take a nice big inhale and exhale through the mouth. Beautiful, all right. Let's do some kneeling work. So let's come to kneeling. And your knees are about hip distance apart. Good, so you can double up your mat here if you have any knee problems or any like pain or anything like that. Good, arms are reaching long by your side and just side bend. And the other way. Good. Good, making sure that shoulder doesn't start creeping up. Good, as you bend over to one side, can you think about reaching up and over? And back to center, reaching up first and over. And reaching up is kind of lifting the ribs away from the hips. So lift the ribs up and over. Good. Just getting a nice little side bend here. This should feel good. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Good, and coming back. Good. All right, let's do some spine twisting, okay? So you can have your hands here, a little bit more advanced. Your hands would be on your head, and if you really feel like you have some good mobility in your spine, you can take your hands, your arms out to the side. Okay, so today I'm gonna put my hands on my head, and I'm thinking about pushing the top of my head into my hands and feeling nice and long and feeling that length. Good, and I'm turning to one side. You pick the side you want to turn to, and back to center. Good. Turning to the other side. Notice how my hips are not moving with my head and my chest. So I'm moving from the upper, from waist up only. Good, and back to center. Good. Paying attention, how much mobility do you have in your mid-spine right now at this point in time? Maybe you've never noticed how mobile you are or how little flexion and movement we have in that area. Good. Couple more. Lift and twist. Good. Back to center. Lift and twist. And back to center. Good. You can take your hands down. Let's prepare for our side kick. Okay, so we just need room on either side of us. Good, take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, lift the ribs off the hips, and I want you to lean over to one side and where your hand falls. Good. Take the leg out. So we have length in that side body. We're tall in that supporting knee. Good. And then push into your hand gently, and I want you to come back up. Head follows. Good. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up. Put your hand down. Good. Bring the leg out. And then bring everything back in. Engage the abdominals. Good. Other side. Leg goes out. Good. Keeping everything in line so we're not leaning forward. And then coming back up. Good. One more on this side. And then pulling everything back in. Good. We're adding on to this. If you don't want to add on, you can just continue doing what we're doing. So lift up and over to one side. Bring the leg out. Bring it up. Down. Two more. Up. Down, last one, up and down. Good, and bring the knee back in. Good, other side, lift the ribs off the hips. Good, lengthen as you come over. Bring that leg out, tall supporting, on the supporting knee, lift it one, down, lift it two, down, last one, lift it, come down, beautiful, and coming in. Good. Let's add on to that. Okay, so wherever you are, however you feel, you can add on or not add on. It's up to you. All right, so we're gonna try our side kick. So we do our side kick often when we're laying on our side. Let's try to do it doing our kneeling, okay? So take an inhale with me. Exhale as you come over, place your hand down on the mat. Good, don't lock the elbow, have a nice bend. Bring that leg out and then bring that leg up, flex the foot. Bring it forward a little bit, point, bring it behind, flex, forward, point, behind. Good, the movement's coming from my hip. Good, I'm not moving any other part of my body. I'm really focusing on hinging at the hip. Good, and then bring it back in, and then come up. Good, just one more on the other side. We haven't done many of these. Good, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, go to one side. The other side, sorry, bring that leg out. Nice and tall on that supporting knee. Good, your head is not up like this. All right, bring that leg up. Good, flex the foot as you bring it forward. Point as you bring it behind. Good, I'm really tight in this hip, so I'm not moving much forward. One more, flex the foot forward. Point and bring it behind. Good, and come in. Good, so kneeling work is another alternative to do stuff when we're not, when we don't want to do standing stuff. All right, let's come down onto our side. Good. You can come into your side TV watching position, bend your bottom leg, top leg is nice and long. My hips are stacked, I have one hand in front, shoulder is not rolled forward, it is back. Good, point the toe if you can, and just bring the leg up to hip height, not up here, we're not trying to do dance moves here, and down. Good, the kicking will come a bit later. Good. I lift up and down, up and down, up and down. Good, thinking about length as you reach that leg. Reach, be long from the waist all the way down to your toes. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Hold it at the top, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tighten the core and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg up. Good. Point the toe and flex. Point and flex. Good. Just getting some nice movement and mobility in our ankles. Good. Good, and last one. Good, come down, small rest. We're going into our circles. All right, so making sure you're nice and tight around your core, reaching nice and long through the hip and the leg. Good, so you're reaching your leg away from you, thinking about length. Good. All right, take an inhale, exhale, bring that leg up, point the toe, and start to make circles. Good. Hand is in front to support you, belly is engaged, it's not just hanging there. Good. And circle the other direction. Breathe through it. And last one, good, and come down. Good, just bring the knees, just bring that leg in, just to have a little bit of rest. All right, let's do our side kick on our side. All right, so bottom leg can still be bent. For those of you who don't like this one bent, you can have both legs long and hips stacked, but just make sure your hips are stacked and you're not rolling all over the place. Sometimes I like to bend the bottom just to get a little bit more support. All right, let's go into side kick. So take an inhale. Exhale, lift that leg up to hip height. Flex the foot and bring it in front of you. And point and bring it behind, not rolling on your hip. Good, flex forward. Again, the hinge is all we're doing. We're not moving from the waist up. Good, feeling a nice stretch as you flex forward and point behind. Maybe you don't go as far, maybe you go farther than me. Should I say further? Good. And come back to center and bring the leg down. Good. All right, make sure you have some room to be on your long arm and bring your head down to it. Good. Bottom leg can still be bent. Top hand is just cradling your head, okay? So I'll demonstrate first what we're going to do. So as we bring our leg behind us, we're going to just turn as if we're doing a little spine twist. And then as we open and bring our foot forward, we're opening the spine. Okay, so join me if you want to. Leg goes back, we turn forward. And then as the leg comes forward, foot is flexed, we open the spine, okay? Let's just make this our last one. Good, and come back to center. Good, all right, bend the knees. We're nice and long on that arm again, okay, or still. Top hand comes in front. Good, and just lift the leg and lower it back down. Good, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good, so we're just lifting to hip height and then lowering back down. Lift and lower. 2 more. And last one. Good, all right. Let's do our clams. So we can come back on our, rest our head in our hands for our clams. Good, bring your knees forward a little bit more. You can place your hand on your hip, helps control the movement, and just open and close. So we're not opening and rolling back on that hip. We're just opening our knee and then bring it back down. Good, belly is pulled in. Good, you can also have your hand in front. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and come back down. Good, starting to feel that in that side, that glute. All right. All right, let's do our développé. So both legs are nice and long and you're still in that side TV watching position. Good. Before we do that, let's do our leg kick. So turn one leg out. Good, and then kick up to the ceiling and back down. Good, kick up and down. Good, trying not to roll back on that hip. So if this is where you want to kick to have control, do that. Kick and down, kick and down. 2 more, kick, and last one. Good, now let's go into our développé. So keeping that top leg turned out, good, point the top foot, good. Take the toe and drag it in on the inseam of your pants, good. Knee comes to shoulder, try to extend the leg as much as you can and resist down. Good, let's do it again. Dragging the toe on the inseam of your pants, knee to shoulder, extend, and back down. Last one. Comes in, knee to shoulder, extend up, good, and resist down. Beautiful. Okay, before we go to the other side, let's do our bookends. All right, so bend the knees. Good. And hands come in front of you. Move back so you can see. Make sure you have room behind you. So reach that arm and then turn at the spine. And I'm hitting my couch. And then come forward. Okay, so reach the arm and turn, keeping the belly pulled in. This should feel nice on your mid spine. Good, reach. So we're moving from the waist up at this point. Good, so we're not moving, we're not rolling back. That feels nice. And then coming back. Beautiful. All right, we have to do everything on the other side. So let's switch sides. And come to lie in that side TV watching position. Bottom leg is bent. Okay, and top leg is reaching nice and long. Good. Remember to really engage those abdominals. Other hand can come in front, no shoulder to the ear. I know, lots to think about. All right, lift that leg up to hip height and lower it back down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Come to the top and let's just hold it. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses for 8, 7. Think about length. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up. Point the toe and flex the foot. That should feel nice in your calf. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Reach that leg long. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex. 2 more. And last one. Good. Just bring that leg down. Bring your knees in to take a small rest. Let's get ready for our circles. Okay? Again, if you want your legs long for circles, go ahead. I'm going to bend just to get a little bit more support. Good. So think about length from your rib cage all the way down your hips. Thinking about nice, lean muscles here. All right. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring that leg up, point the toe, and start your circles. So circling. Good. Slow and controlled circles. There's no race. Make them nice and even circles. Good. Belly's engaged. Circle the other direction. Imagine you're drawing on a whiteboard with your big toe and you're trying to make a nice circle. What color circle are you drawing? Good. 2 more. And the last circle. Beautiful. All right, let's get ready for our side kick. Okay, so again, you can do side kick with your both legs long. It's up to you. Top leg is nice and long. Good. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring that leg up, flex the foot, and bring it in front of you, and point as you bring it behind. Good. Flex, hinge forward. Upper body doesn't move. Point the toe as you bring back. Good. You don't need to go as far if it's tight in that area. Good. But this does help our hip mobility from all the sitting at our desks. And forward and point. Bring it behind. Good. Come back to center and let's just bend our knees in. Good. All right. Coming down onto your long arm. Good. And keeping that top leg or the bottom leg bent. I think we had our bottom leg bent for this. Good. And as we bring our so our leg comes up to hip height and we flex our foot, and as we bring it forward, we open to come, like we open at our spine, and then come forward and bring our leg behind us. Good. So open. It feels kind of awkward. Try to rest your head on your long arm. Good. And the last one. Good. It's kind of takes some coordination to do this. And then come back. Good. All right, you can come back up. Your head can rest in your hands. Bring the legs forward. Your hips are still stacked. We'll get ready for our clams. You can have your hand on your hip or you can place it in front. Good. So my heels are in line with my bum. And let's open and close. Good. Open and close. Good. As you open, try not to roll back. So that's why sometimes I place my hand here and it's saying like, nope, don't roll back, Ange. Okay. And your belly is pulled in. Okay. Two more. Last one. Good. And we did not do our bend knee lifts. So come, no, you can stay actually in this position. Bend knees and just lift. Hover your leg to hip height and lower down. Good. I think this side is equally now as sore as the other one, but we have a few more exercises to do. And then we'll be moving on. Good. Side body is so important. Gets ignored in some traditional exercises, like when you're doing weights and stuff. We don't always target our side body. Good. And last one. Good. All right. Reach the top leg nice and long. Bottom leg can be bent. Good. Have a slight outward turn in your leg and then kick your leg up and down. Good. Kick up, lower down. Kick and lower down. Good. Good. Two more kicks. And last one. Good. Both legs nice and long. Let's do our développé. Good. Top leg is turned out, dragging your toe on the inseam of your pants. Knee comes to the shoulder. Extend the leg as much as you can and resist down. Great exercise for the inner thighs. Good. Knee to shoulder. Extend and come back down. Good. Two more. Good. And last one. Knee to shoulder, extend up, and resist down. Good. Let's do our bookends. So come down, arms come in front of you. Good. Reach that top arm nice and long and open. Should feel really good. And then close the book and bring your arms back. Good. Reach and turn your head mid-spine. Waist below doesn't move. And last one. Reach and twist. And then come back up. Good. All right. Moving on. All right, moving on to abdominals. Okay, on our backs, feet are hip distance apart. Good, pelvis is nice and heavy. Make sure you have that space in the lower part of your back. And then let's get ready for some ab curls. Take an inhale, exhale, curl up and come down. Curl up and down. Good. Remember, we're curling the spine and then lowering it back down. curl the spine. Good. Push the back of your ribs into the mat. Good. On this next one, come up and hold it. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down, adding on. Adding a hip fold and back down. Good. So bring the leg up to tabletop and down. Good. Making sure when you lift your leg, you're not bringing your leg right into your body. You're just having your knee still over your hip. So curling up, knee is over hip, and my shin is parallel with the ceiling. Good. You go as fast or slow as you like. Just make sure you have control. And last one. Good. And come down. Good. Let's do our 100. All right, so we warmed up our abs a bit. So our 100, remember we come up into a curl, arms are reaching long, and the entire time we are pumping those arms as we inhale through the nose for 5 and exhale through the nose for 5. Good. You can have your knees up to tabletop, or you can extend them out nice and long, okay? I will help with the counting, so you just have to think about your arms pumping and the breathing. Okay? Think about where you were when you started the 100 and where you are now. Guarantee that everyone has improved. All right. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. As you exhale, curl up, reach those arms nice and long, hover them off the mat, and start to pump. Good. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, everyone. Beautiful. Come down. Take your feet wide and just sway them side to side. All right, let's do our single leg stretch. Okay, so single leg stretch. We come up into our up curl, bring our legs to tabletop, place one hand on our shin, or on our ankle, near our ankle, the other one below the knee, good. And your elbows are nice and wide, other leg goes nice and long. Good, so everyone get in this position. And ready, go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Still go for 1, 2, 3, breathe, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, knees come in and lower back down. Good, I got you with a double there. All right, double leg stretch, right? Double leg stretch takes a little bit more abdominals. So You don't need to be in a curl if you don't want to. You can simply have your knees up and you can just bring the arms out and circle around and meet them back. Good. You can keep your head down and bring the legs out and circle. Or you can come up in the ab curl and do the traditional double leg stretch. We bring arms out and circle and come in. All right, so choose what you would like to do. And we're gonna do, I think 6 of them. We might do 8 depending on how I feel after 6. All right, take an inhale, exhale, curl up, bring those legs up to tabletop. Hands go where mine go just above my knees. All right, and let's go. Everything out. Circle the arms, come back in. Keep the height in that ab curl. Out. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. If you have it in you, let's do 2 more. Reach out, circle those arms. Last one. Reach out and circle. Good. Lower the head and lower the legs. Good. Let's try double straight leg stretch. Okay? So, again, yes. Okay, a modified version of this is both legs come up as straight as you can, and you just pull on one leg and then pull on the other leg. Okay? Still getting the benefit of the stretch without the abdominals. Double straight leg stretch with the curl is we curl up, we bring those legs to tabletop. We extend one leg and we take our hands behind and we extend the other leg out. I'm really struggling to get this one super straight. Try our best. Good, and we tug it for 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch, okay? So let's do it together. Take an inhale, exhale, curl up, bring those legs to tabletop. Good. Extend one leg and grab it. And other legs long. Good. And it doesn't need to be super straight. That's the goal, but do what you can. So we pull twice, switch, pull. This is one I like to watch back in my video to actually see how straight my legs are. Good. Come back in and lower the head. Good. And just rock side to side. All right. Before we do roll-ups, let's do our other ab move that really works our abdominals. Good. So take your hands behind your head as if you were to do an ab curl. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. Good. Reach the arms to the back of the thighs. Pull yourself up a little bit more. Reach the arms. Keep the height in that ab curl around to your head and lower back down. Again, curl up. Reach. Pull yourself up a little more. Reach the arms around to the back of the head and down. All right, no talking for me here. Last one. And down. Awesome. All right. Let's do some roll-ups. Okay, so make sure you have room behind you for your arms and room in front of you for your legs. Flex the feet. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, arms come up over chest. As you continue to roll up, reach over those toes. Good. Shoulders away from the ears. Come back to tall sitting. Good. And roll back on that pelvis. And come down. Good. Again, roll up. Scoop the belly as you reach over those toes. Good. Come to tall sitting. And then scoop the belly in as you come down. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And come back down. Good. All right. All right, come back to that neutral spine. Good. All right, just do a few pelvic tilts just to get you into that neutral. Okay, pelvis is nice and heavy on the mat. Good. Just do a couple hip folds. All right, good. Reach one leg nice and long. Arms can come up to the side of it to support you. Good. And just lift that leg as high as it goes where your back isn't going to be compromised and be flat. So I want you to maintain that neutral pelvis the entire time. So as I lift, I'm not lifting my leg too high, because if I lift it too high, I'm compromising that neutral pelvis. And we want to do this in neutral. Good. Lift and lower back down. Lift and lower. And lower. 2 more. And last one. Good. Let's do our circles, okay? So hips are nice and warmed up from all the previous exercises we've done. So lift that leg up. Good. Cross it over the midline, down, around, and up. Good. So bring those arms out to support you. Cross over, down, around, and up. Good. Relax the shoulders and keep the collarbone nice and wide. Good. Really push into that supporting foot. And belly is pulled in. Relax the shoulders. Good. Circle the other way. So come out, down, around, and back up. Circle down, around, and back up. Last one. Good. Bring the knee in. Good. Let's do a few hip folds just to see how that hip is feeling. Good. Reach the other leg nice and long. Good. Let's start with our leg lifts. Good. So lift up and down. Still where you can maintain that little space under the lower part of your back. Lift up and lower. Two more. And last one. Good. All right, let's get ready for our leg circles. Bring the leg up, cross it over the midline, down, around, and back up. Good. They can be as big or as small as you want. Just have control. If I make them really big, see how I'm out of control. I don't have control of my hips. So we don't want any movement. This is coming strictly from the hip joint. Good, and circle the other direction, trying to keep that other knee nice and stable. Two more. And last one. Good, bring it in, good. Do a few hip folds here. Good, take your feet wide and just sway them side to side. Oh, that feels nice. Good, one last thing we're going to do for the abdominals, just a few toe taps, okay? So bring those legs up to tabletop, good, and we won't be in our ab curl, we'll just tap the toe down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. We are done. We're going to stretch. Good. Keep one knee in, other leg comes nice and long. Good. Did a lot of work on the side today. We spent a long time on our sides. And we did some kneeling stuff, and we've got our abdominals as well. Good, release that, and bring the other leg in. Leg is long. Good, feeling this stretch, that should feel nice. Good, cross that ankle over the knee and bring that back in. Just have a slight pull, feeling the stretch in the hip. And switching sides. You can hold any stretch for longer if you want. You can do different stretches. All right, hold the knees and just circle the hips, move all around. And circle the other direction. Good. All right. Reach both legs nice and long, arms overhead. Feel the stretch. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the arms down by your side. Palms are facing the ceiling. Just let everything relax. Continuing your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. when you're ready, there is no rush. You can turn over onto your side as if you were to get out of bed, or maybe this is how you sleep. And just rest there for a moment. Open your eyes if they were still closed, and you can gently push yourself up into a seated position. Awesome job, everyone. I hope you had a great workout, and I'll see you soon. Bye.